What does this Shar saggy skin and drooping jawline have to do with your aging skin? Well, as it turns out, a lot more than you might think. According to new research published in the Journal of Veterinary Dermatology, what causes these adorable wrinkles and loose skin on this Shar is the buildup of one specific molecule. And as we get older, this same molecule begins to build up in our skin too, leading to sagging skin and drooping jowls that make us look and feel older than we really are. See, regardless of what you've been told, sagging skin and drooping jowls are not normal parts of aging. In fact, research from several top dermatologists now prove the real cause of heavy skin and a slack jawline has to do with the buildup of one moisture-binding molecule in your skin. This molecule piles up under the skin and draws in water, forcing it to pool. And this is what leads to saggy, drooping skin, along with the appearance of a turkey neck. Almost like 1,000 invisible anchors are dragging your skin down, which ultimately adds years to your appearance. It's a constant battle against gravity, and over time, your skin becomes less able to fight back. But once you know what this molecule is and what to do about it, which is what I'll be revealing in the next important video, you'll be shocked by how easy it is to rewind the clock on your aging skin so that you never again feel embarrassed by your appearance or experience the crushing fear that your drooping jowls are just the beginning of the end of your youthful complexion. Instead, you'll get your confidence and self-esteem back as you revitalize your skin and restore that youthful, healthy glow. I promise this will work for you. Even if you've got naturally fuller cheeks, even if saggy jowls run in your family, even if everything else you've tried so far has failed. And it doesn't matter if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, or beyond, how long your skin has been sagging, how heavy your jowls appear, or what condition your skin is in. This is your chance to regain your confidence, restore the firmness of your skin, and reclaim your youthful complexion. Without wasting hours every day smearing on creams or serums, without scary surgeries that could leave you with permanent scars, and without expensive facials or massages just to get some firmness back. No fuss, no stress, just your beautiful skin and confidence shining through. So just imagine it. One day you're looking in the mirror, ready to sigh at a wrinkle that's decided to make your face its home, but something's different. Instead of a new wrinkle, there's improvement. Those pesky lines that you'd come to know so well, they've started to fade, disappearing like footprints in the sand. It's like staring back at a younger version of yourself, a you from a decade ago. And those sagging jowls, the ones that used to shout aging to anyone who glanced your way, gone, vanished. Your face is now firmer, younger, and more vibrant. When you're out with your husband or friends or attending a special event, you receive compliments on your rejuvenated and youthful look. With each passing day, as your skin tightens and firms, you'll feel a sense of peace wash over you as you embrace your newfound beauty, knowing you've taken years off your appearance, just like thousands of women who discovered the secret before you. Women like,
I used to feel really down about getting older. I'd look in the mirror and just see wrinkles and sagging skin. But then I saw your video and I got hopeful. After removing that one molecule from my skincare routine, I looked 20 years younger. In fact, on a recent trip with my girlfriends to Cancun, the hotel receptionist could not believe how old I was when she saw my passport. The results are incredible.
I was skeptical at first, but I was so desperate I would have done anything to fix my sagging jawline. In fact, I already had 2 plastic surgeons' opinions and was convinced it was my only hope. Then I saw your video, followed your instructions, and let me just say, thank God I didn't have surgery. Now I get asked for coffee by men 20 years younger than me. That hasn't happened in years. Thank you so much.
There's nothing more I hated than looking at my reflection in the morning as I put on my makeup. Especially in the bright lights on my vanity mirror, I'd walk away feeling depressed and anxious, and sometimes it would ruin my whole day. Then I watched your video and everything you said made perfect sense. I checked my face products and sure enough, that ingredient you mentioned was in almost all of them. Thank you so much for your amazing advice. I can't believe how much younger I look.
Once you see the groundbreaking science behind this revolutionary and inexpensive skin lifting secret, you'll be excited to try it and finally turn back the clock on your damaged, pulled, and drooping skin. Because in the next 5 minutes, I'll reveal why more and more women suffer from sagging skin, premature wrinkles, and heavy hanging jowls. The shocking truth about a commonly used skincare ingredient and why it's to blame for your loose and dangling skin. The bizarre connection between a Shar dog's saggy and wrinkled skin and your own aging complexion. And the simple 30-second morning skin routine that combats the effects of the moisture binding molecule while giving you a more youthful and radiant glow. Hi, my name is Janice Smith. I'm 45 years old and I live in a small coastal town near San Luis Obispo, California with my husband, Carl. Now, I'm by no means a beauty queen or anything, but for most of my life, I was lucky enough to always have healthy and youthful looking skin. I'd even get compliments about it, and women would always ask what products I used, which is why it really stung a few years back. My skin began to lose its firmness and elasticity, seemingly overnight. The first time I really noticed it was when I was out to dinner with my friends. Now, sure, I'd noticed it before, but I always brushed it off as bad lighting. And I never wanted to admit that it was starting to look really old. I mean, what woman does, right? Well, anyway, one of the girls took a picture and posted it online, and she tagged me in it like girls do. And when I first saw the picture, well, I couldn't believe it. I zoomed in like 1,000%, and as I did, my heart just started to race. I mean, the skin on my lower face looked so saggy and droopy. I looked like an old lady. And my once youthful, radiant, and glowing complexion seemed so dull and tired. I heartily recognized the woman in the photo. After that dinner, every time I looked in the mirror, all I saw was my sagging skin. It was something I could no longer ignore. I don't know if you've ever felt like that before, but no amount of makeup or nice clothes can hide the fact that you're aging. All the time and effort it takes to look pretty, it just doesn't seem fun anymore. It feels more like something you have to do instead of something you want to do. And when you see yourself in the mirror without makeup, you barely recognize your own face. You look so different, and not in a way that you want. None of it seems to matter anymore because all you can see are those sagging jowls. Just couldn't get it out of my head. I felt like my best days were behind me. The time of my life when I'd go out and actually feel pretty, the looks, the attention, it was just all over. Gone in a blink. Forever. And the steady stream of images on social media of women who defy their age, well, that didn't help. It drove me nuts how actresses and TV anchors always looked so young, even though most of the time they were older than me. Now, I know that those women likely spend hours applying makeup and all their images out there are heavily airbrushed, but it still stung. Their smooth, tight skin made me feel like I was doing something wrong. And I wanted to turn back time and look young again. And while I know it was crazy to think this way, I kept getting anxious that my husband would leave me for someone else, someone younger, someone prettier. I mean, I couldn't tell if I was just imagining things, but watching how his eyes lit up when he talked to his younger coworkers or a pretty waitress, I don't know, it made me feel jealous. And I've never been the crazy jealous wife, but it just didn't seem like he looked at me that way anymore. So I probably don't have to tell you that I tried everything for my skin: creams, serums, masks, special face massages, even face yoga. I even bought one of those face exercisers you chew on to tighten your jawline. Anything to try and rejuvenate and firm up my skin, but nothing worked. Some of them even made my skin look worse than before. And I was constantly reading up on chin implants, jaw lift procedures, fillers, fat dissolving injections. I looked into everything that I thought could help. I even joined a site where you could see those before and after pictures of the procedures, But at the end of the day, I was just too scared. I had read way too much about how those procedures could go wrong, especially when it comes to your face. And did I really want to risk it? I mean, think about it. If anything goes wrong during that surgery, there is no hiding it. We've all seen those women whose faces look almost like cartoon characters, right? Well, that's filler, and it can cause infections too. And heck, even Botox is a literal poison that paralyzes your muscles in place. And then there are the surgical procedures like facelifts and neck lifts, but for these, you have to spend a significant amount of money, and the surgeon needs to get it right. And there's the potential for scarring, bleeding, infection, and nerve damage. I mean, even Madonna ended up unrecognizable after her facelift disaster, with fans saying, "She looks like Halloween came a little early." Not to mention, some people even die from plastic surgery procedures. So that really worried me. But still, I was getting desperate. And to make matters worse, all the time I spent focusing on my saggy jowls made me notice the other parts of my face that were aging too. The wrinkles around my eyes, the laugh lines around my mouth, and even my uneven skin tone. So I began caking my face with makeup, but my hanging jowls just couldn't be concealed, no matter how artfully I tried to apply makeup. I'd spend an hour in front of the mirror trying to cover up my sagging skin, and still it often caked up and settled into my wrinkles and clogged my pores. I felt trapped in a never-ending cycle of disappointment, constantly seeking the next treatment that promised to fix my sagging skin and bring back my youthful jawline. And look, it's not like I was trying to look 20 again or anything. I get it. We all age, right? It's just a part of life, but to feel like I was aging so much faster than I should have, like I was losing something precious, turning into a grandma overnight, I just didn't know how much longer I could go on feeling invisible. And everything I tried to make it better only ended up making it worse. It was tough. And then, just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, I got an invitation to my 30th high school reunion. The thought of seeing my former classmates, many of whom I hadn't seen in years, just made me feel nauseous. But what really made my stomach churn was the knowledge that my twin sister, Rachel, would also be there. See, Rachel and I used to be inseparable. People could never tell us apart. We even pulled off some elaborate pranks by switching classes and fooling our teachers. But, as we got older, it became clear that we weren't aging the same way. Sometimes when we were out together, I saw the way the guys would look and smile and talk to her, while I had to stand there like a fly on the wall. And yet, even though I knew that Rachel would be the belle of the ball in the reunion, I would be left feeling like the ugly duckling. I couldn't bear the thought of skipping out. So many of my friends I hadn't seen in years would be there. So the day of the reunion, I spent hours perfecting my makeup, just hoping that I could minimize the drooping even just a little bit. And I actually thought I did a pretty good job. But then, as I walked into the reunion with my twin sister, Rachel, I recognized an old friend that I hadn't seen in years. We made eye contact and I saw her face light up, and she started making her way over to say hi. And I just hoped that she wouldn't say anything about my appearance, because if it were a compliment, I wouldn't have believed it. But instead, she walked right up to my twin sister, Rachel, smiled and said, "Rachel, it's so great to see you. I don't think I've ever met your mom," gesturing toward me. My sister gasped, and I looked away. I couldn't believe it. She actually thought I was Rachel's mother. A hot wave of shame coursed through me as the blood drained from my face, and for a gut-wrenching moment, the world wouldn't stop spinning. I just couldn't comprehend it. My twin sister quickly corrected her. "Oh, no, that's not my mom. That's my sister, Jay." The woman's face turned red, and she immediately apologized. I told her it was okay. I forced a smile. I tried to look gracious, but deep inside, my heart sank into my belly. I could feel the tears threatening to spill over, but I didn't want to cry. I looked at some of my old high school friends, and I was just in awe of how good some of them looked. I had secretly hoped that their social media posts were nothing but filters and good lighting, but that didn't seem to be the case. So I excused myself, hating how jealous I was of my sister and how mad I was at my own skin for betraying me like this. As I left the room, I could hear my sister Rachel trying to smooth things over, but I felt humiliated. And when I got to the bathroom, I locked myself in a stall and I cried my eyes out. My mascara smudged, my tears streamed down my face, only highlighting my droopy face and sagging chin. I could not bear the thought of going out there again, facing the judgmental stares and whispered comments. And as I sat there, trying to collect myself, I tried to convince myself that I didn't look that old. After all, it was just one woman. Maybe it was just the lighting, I didn't want to let her ruin my nights. I had to be strong, but right after I'd managed to convince myself that everything was okay, I overheard a group of women gossiping by the sinks. Their hushed voices pierced through the thin walls of the stall, and I could not help but listen. "Can you believe how old Jay looks?" one of them said. "It's like she's 20 years older than the rest of us," another chimed in. "Poor thing, she must be so embarrassed standing next to Rachel." Their cruel words felt like a dagger in my heart, and you probably wouldn't be surprised to hear that I left the reunion as soon as I could. For days afterward, I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. knowing that the person staring back at me was unrecognizable to others. I felt so much shame. And part of me even felt like I should just accept my fate. If this was how things were meant to be, well, I might as well just face it. But deep down, if I'm being honest, I secretly wanted to feel confident and beautiful and young again. I did not want to give up, even if it seemed impossible. So I made myself a private wish that maybe, somehow, I'd find an answer. Was it silly? Sure. But you know what? Right when I least expected it, a glimmer of hope appeared. A solution that would ultimately free me from the burden of loose skin and dangling jowls, restoring my confidence, my self-esteem, and my youth. It wasn't a fleeting trend or a temporary fix, but a scientifically grounded revelation that aimed to tackle the root cause of sagging, jowly skin. It was like discovering the secret to turning back time, restoring my skin to its former glory. And the best part is that this solution supports the healthy structure of collagen, resulting in the reversal of sagging skin and making it tight and smooth. It's like giving your skin a new lease on life. Now, I know this might sound too good to be true, but the transformation I experienced was nothing short of miraculous. Within weeks, my skin started to regain its youthful firmness and radiance, and the angry-looking jowls and wrinkles that haunted my reflection were disappearing and being replaced by a complexion that was vibrant and youthful. It was like I had been given a second chance at my youth. And it's now doing the same for thousands of other women. I stumbled on this solution in the most bizarre way imaginable, and it changed my life. You see, a few weeks after the reunion, I went to the dog groomer to pick up my Pomeranian Max. And while I was waiting, I saw a woman dropping off a Shar. You know those wrinkly dogs that have all that excess skin? Well, this one was no exception, with its cute face and neck full of saggy, wrinkled folds. So the groomer caught my glance, and as we shared a knowing smile, she said, "I sure wish I could look as cute with all my wrinkles. I wonder why they're like that." And we both laughed, but later that night, her comment stuck with me. I couldn't help but think, why do Shar-Pays have such wrinkled skin? It's kind of silly, I know, but that night, I decided to do a little research on my laptop. And what I found would go on to change everything. You see, before long, I stumbled onto an article saying that scientists had just figured out why those Shar-Pays have such wrinkled and saggy skin. And they said it was due to the overproduction of a specific moisture-binding molecule. And that molecule was none other than hyaluronic acid. Now, I know you've heard of hyaluronic acid, or in short, HA. It's in many mainstream beauty products and used by more than 50 million American women daily. But in the case of Shar-Pays, it's actually too much hyaluronic acid that makes their skin so loose and baggy. Now, that was interesting for sure, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. How is it possible that this one molecule sold to us as this fountain of youth is the same molecule that causes all those folds and wrinkles in some dogs? Which is why I was shocked to discover that the root cause of Shar-Pays' saggy skin is that they have too much hyaluronic acid. This sparked a question in my mind. Could the reason behind the Shar-Pays' sagging skin and wrinkles also be causing my droopy jowls and old, tired-looking skin? In other words, could too much hyaluronic acid be the culprit behind my sagging skin? Well, the answer will shock you. After a bit more research online, I came across something very interesting. See, I found a study published in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology, one of the top skincare journals in the world. And what the researchers found is that as we get older, our skin actually can produce too much hyaluronic acid. And just like in Shar-Pays, if that happens, it causes our skin to become heavy, sag, and droop. That's pretty surprising, right? Now, this study said that the same thing that makes a Shar-Pays skin sag and wrinkle was the culprit behind my pendulous jowls and drooping skin. Now, this wasn't some article by a random influencer or some corporate shill with some skin in the game. It was a respected medical journal, so I had to find out more, especially since there are so many products out there still using hyaluronic acid. So I started doing even more research, and shockingly, I was soon finding article after article and study after study, all talking about how too much hyaluronic acid ages and weighs down our skin fast. It almost felt like a conspiracy. Was the beauty industry purposely misleading people into thinking this molecule was the solution to their skincare woes, when it could be causing more harm than good? It just seems so backwards. And the more I looked, the more I saw some of the most respected institutions noting their concerns about hyaluronic acid. So why are we still not hearing about it? Maybe the beauty industry just hadn't come across this research yet. I didn't know. And well, after reading all this, my first thought was, okay, so I should be careful about using products with hyaluronic acid in them. But then I quickly realized that the issue wasn't only with hyaluronic acid itself. Instead, there was something else going on. Because if it was, why would our body produce hyaluronic acid on its own? According to experts, the hyaluronic acid in our skin normally provides vital hydration and volume, not heaviness. So why then was mine suddenly starting to pull up and weigh down my own skin? Something just wasn't working out. But what? I had no idea. By now, I was super excited by what I had uncovered. But without a medical degree or any science background at all, I just couldn't connect the dots. And those scientific terms and complex tests I had found just confused me. I desperately needed help making sense of it all. Luckily, God was on my side because the next day, while chatting with my sister about what I had learned, she mentioned her dermatologist, Dr. Tom. Now, she raved about how he had warned patients for years that too much hyaluronic acid could cause more damage than good. In fact, he gave her a list of products that any woman should give up, which is why she still looked 35 while I look like our mother. Now, my first thought was, why hasn't she ever mentioned him to me before? Was she afraid she would offend me by suggesting I needed a dermatologist? Honestly, at that point, it really didn't matter. She was sharing him with me now. So after my sister gave me this information, I made an appointment to see Dr. Tom. I told him what I discovered and what I thought it all meant, and how I didn't understand why our body stops absorbing hyaluronic acid into the skin. He listened intently and nodded his head. Luckily, he took me seriously, and he was more than willing to answer all my questions. And like a mad scientist, he loved the idea of solving the puzzle behind every person's skincare needs. So when I asked for his help, he was eager to dive in and see what he could find. He told me to give him just a few weeks. And as I left his office, I was so excited. At last, I felt like I was on the verge of finding a real solution. Finally, after years of misguidedly sabotaging my skin, there was hope for reclaiming what the combination of cosmetic substances and aging had nearly destroyed. So I waited and waited and waited. And when he finally got back to me, my excitement shot through the roof. Because the first thing he said to me was, I figured it out. Remember when you asked me why your skin stops absorbing hyaluronic acid? Well, it all comes down to an enzyme called HAS2. Now, I'd never heard of HAS2 before, and you probably haven't either, but Dr. Tom explained that it's an enzyme in our skin, and its job is to help your skin absorb hyaluronic acid so that it stays firm and young looking. He also said that if this HAS2 enzyme isn't working properly, then the deeper layers of your skin can't soak in the hyaluronic acid your skin naturally produces. This means that instead of getting into your cells, where it can hydrate and support firm, tight skin, the hyaluronic acid clogs up the space between your deep skin cells, making the overall tissue dense and heavy. And all this excess weight pulls down on your skin, leading it to lose elasticity over time, causing it to feel as if your skin were anchored with lead weights just underneath the surface. And as the hyaluronic acid molecules become swollen with water, they stick together, forming syrupy puddles trapped within your skin, congesting your cells and turning your once supple skin into a thick and soupy pug. And that's what leads to saggy skin and jowls. Does that make sense, he asked? Put simply, he continued, if this HAS2 enzyme isn't working properly, your skin gets oversaturated and overburdened with hyaluronic acid. And since hyaluronic acid can hold 1,000 times its weight in water, this effect is magnified even more, leading your skin to look like an overstuffed water balloon that's so full it's sagging and stretching under all that weight. And then he asked, have you ever noticed how your face looks swollen and puffy when you wake up in the morning? After I said yes, he explained that the puffiness we all experience is the hyaluronic acid pooling under our skin, bloating it with the water that it attracted overnight. While you sleep, the hyaluronic acid in your skin becomes soaked with moisture, pulling water in from the surrounding tissue. But after waking and sitting up, all this excess fluid-filled HA is suddenly drawn down by gravity, dragging the lower part of your face with it. This is exactly why jowls are often one of the first signs of aging that you see. That swollen, soggy buildup of HA weighs down your chin and jawline, stretching the skin out of shape, causing it to become heavy and saggy and loose. And it all happens because of the HAS2 enzyme. Now, when I asked him what actually causes HAS2 to stop working properly, and what he said next was shocking, to say the least. He told me that most of the ingredients in creams, soaps, toners, serums that we use every day are made in the lab. And even if they are close copies of natural compounds like hyaluronic acid, they are not identical. Some of them do actual real damage to your skin. They suffocate and confuse your cells as they do not know how to fully process them. And the very first thing that gets suffocated by these cosmetic chemicals is collagen. Now, I'm sure you've heard of collagen. I mean, what woman hasn't? It's like the glue that holds everything together, ensuring that our skin remains firm and smooth and radiant, as it provides strength and structure and elasticity. Now, as we age, our collagen is less resilient and starts to break down more rapidly than it's replaced. Recent research has found that this accelerated breakdown actually creates tiny microscopic collagen fragments that then get dispersed throughout the skin. And these fragments get stuck to the HAS2 enzyme that I mentioned, which jams the signal, so to speak, making it impossible for HAS2 to do the job of telling your skin to absorb hyaluronic acid. And the end result? The saggy skin and jowls we all hate. And of course, since most skincare products contain hyaluronic acid, they can make the buildup of hyaluronic acid under your skin even worse. So all those fancy anti-aging products that we rely on are actually causing a nightmare domino effect that is destroying our skin from surface to depth. It's no wonder things get started going downhill so fast. But was all hope lost? Could the damage be undone? I had asked. And that's when Dr. Tom told me that during his research, he had stumbled upon a very promising blend of natural compounds that he believed would help stop collagen from breaking apart, which in turn would help the skin naturally absorb the hyaluronic acid that pools up and weighs down your face. And the first compound was something called Juvinity, a trademarked and highly studied extract that comes from a rare plant called the African candlebush, a plant known to thrive in even the harshest desert conditions, including drought and intense sunlight. Now, he said that in a big clinical trial, Juvinity was shown to increase collagen synthesis in the skin by 483%, while also improving hyaluronic acid synthesis by 33%. And since Juvinity could stop the collagen in your skin from breaking into pieces, it also helps your skin cells absorb that hyaluronic acid that has been pooling up beneath your skin. Juvinity sounded great, to say the least, and as it turns out, Dr. Tom was just getting started with the good news. As he was exploring several compounds he believed could even be more effective at addressing sagging and drooping skin than everything he had seen on the cosmetic market, the next compound Dr. Tom shared with me was a special DNA repairing enzyme called micrococcus lysate, which comes from a special form of UV-resistant ocean plankton. He said that just like Juvinity, the micrococcus lysate enzyme is remarkably effective at supporting healthy collagen production and improving the structure and texture of your skin, which, as you know, is essential for preventing sagging and crepey skin. Dr. Tom said this particular ingredient helps block the harmful enzymes that chew up and degrade collagen, which translates into better collagen integrity and a skin with perfect density, contour, and tone. In fact, numerous scientific studies have shown that micrococcus lysate stops collagen from sticking to HAS2. So, no more collagen breakage, no more excess accumulation of HA to burden your skin into sagging. However, as Dr. Tom puts it, the most exciting thing about micrococcus lysate was its Botox-like effects. He said scientists kept comparing micrococcus lysate to Botox. And after observing how it was remarkably effective at reversing the signs of skin aging by creating a near-instant lifting effect and combating wrinkles. In fact, he said most women notice that their skin already looks tighter and firmer after just a few weeks. My mind was buzzing with anticipation at the potential. But this was just the tip of the iceberg, because as Dr. Tom explained, even though these three compounds were remarkable, offering protection for collagen and counteracting the effects of the HAS2 molecule were still only part of the equation. Our skin is a complex organ with intricate threads of collagen and elastin and countless other elements. and it needs to be delicately balanced to maintain its firmness, smoothness, and elasticity long term. He said that there were additional compounds that, combined with the first ones he had found, would triple their power and provide an even faster and fuller lifting effect for drooping skin, while at the same time locking in more moisture and eliminating appearances of wrinkles and fine lines from your chin, the corners of your eyes, your neck, and everywhere else. That's when he told me about a one-of-a-kind ingredient known as palmitoyl pentapeptide 3. He had found multiple studies showing this peptide dramatically reduced wrinkles and tightened skin over a 12-week period, while also proving to boost collagen synthesis and actively rebuilding the collagen reserves for years to come, restructuring the entire skin from within, which meant the epidermis became incredibly resistant to further sagging. To demonstrate the difference this peptide could make, Dr. Tom shared data from a clinical trial on crow's feet and under eye wrinkles. In the group using a serum with palmitoyl pentapeptide 3, crow's feet wrinkles were reduced 42% when compared to the placebo group. And this happened in just 8 weeks. Crazy, right? But those are the kinds of results Dr. Tom was confident these compounds could achieve. He also added that ultra-purified aloe vera and cucumber fruit extract would help to seal in your skin's moisture for a plump, glowing look. Finally, Dr. Tom recommended something called chrysin, an anti-inflammatory and antioxidant-rich plant compound known for its incredible ability to bulletproof your skin from UV damage. Moreover, numerous studies have shown that chrysin could clear up psoriasis and lighten up dark spots. All in all, by merging all these unbelievably potent ingredients together in very precise quantities, we had a real fighting chance to revitalize sagging, drooping skin, protect it from further damage, and achieve the lift-up effect I so desperately needed. It was like piecing together a complex puzzle of a multitude of ingredients that synergistically work to power each other and rejuvenate the skin. Only someone dedicated and passionate about skincare could pull this off. We can finally create a solution that completely transforms sagging skin, making it virtually impossible for the droopiness to return. This is huge, Dr. Tom concluded. So we set about perfecting a formula that would be incredibly easy to apply. Something that would penetrate the skin quickly, stop the aging process, and provide ongoing protection against future sagging. We even outlined a rigorous testing schedule to assess a variety of combinations. We knew it wasn't going to be a walk in the park, but I couldn't go back to a life of feeling self-conscious about my sagging skin. Securing the right quantity of Juvinity proved to be a real challenge. Being a branded ingredient, you had to order it directly from the manufacturer, located near Paris, France. Without it, our formulation wouldn't work. Additionally, we had to ensure all the other ingredients were of the highest quality. Most of the stuff you find out there is either diluted or not quality tested. It was an intimidating task, but after weeks of searching, we finally sourced all the ingredients. Next, we had to figure out the right way to blend all the ingredients together in the correct quantities and ratios. For this, we asked one of Dr. Tom's university colleagues to help us, as he specialized in cosmetic chemistry. Even with his 30 years of experience, it still took us months to perfect the formula. We just couldn't afford to make any mistakes. We spent countless late nights in the lab, as it was cheaper to rent it during the nights. We experimented with 47 different formulations to find the perfect blend. And while there were moments when we both felt like throwing in the towel, we finally created a formula with just the right consistency. A formula that you could easily apply to your face and neck, spread it evenly without effort, and which was quickly and thoroughly absorbed. It also contains scientifically proven and clinically tested amounts of Juvinity and the rest of our carefully selected ingredients to deliver the maximum benefits. And when I held the first jar of the mixture in my hands, I was consumed with a mixture of both anticipation and exhilaration. Dr. Tom asked that I take a before picture prior to starting to use the serum too. This way we could accurately evaluate if the compounds in the serum were working, which I was more than happy to do. I couldn't wait to dive right in. So each morning, I put a nickel-sized amount of the serum on my hand, applying it first to my neck and jawline, then spreading the remainder across the rest of my face using small upward circular motions, since Dr. Tom had said that the compounds in the serum would help with wrinkles and fine lines too. Then I just repeated this process again at night before bed. And in total, it took like 60 seconds to do. But let me tell you, What happened next was like something out of a fairy tale. Because while at first the changes were small, with my skin feeling just a little bit smoother and firmer, by the end of the first week, the difference in my neck and jawline had already become very noticeable. Just look at the picture I took after my day 7. Can you see how my skin is less droopy already? And do you notice how much softer it looks too? I couldn't believe it, but this serum was really working. And from that point on, the results just got better and better. By the end of the second week, I swear I looked about 5 years younger. Just see for yourself and tell me what you think. And by the end of the first month, it was as if I'd been transformed from the neck up. My jowls were almost completely gone. My skin looked healthier, tighter, and younger. And even the wrinkles and fine lines on my forehead and around my eyes had started to vanish. And for the first time in a long time, it was like I was once again me, the real me, who was happy and carefree, who was excited to get out of bed and start the day, and who was so confident and happy in her skin that she could once again make time to be a good friend, wife, mother, and sister. Because, well, she no longer felt worried and scared about how the outside world saw her. It was simply incredible. And just look, here's the picture I took on day number 31. It's breathtaking, isn't it? And of course, when I told Dr. Tom about all of this and showed him the photos, he was absolutely thrilled. It was hard to believe the changes that had started happening to my skin, even though I was watching all of this with my own 2 eyes. My sagging skin was tightening up, my complexion was glowing, and my face looked more youthful and radiant than it had in years. Honestly, I don't know if the results would have been even close to as good if I'd spent $30,000 on plastic surgery. Everyone was noticing and asking me if I'd had work done. Guys were checking me out left and right, no longer calling me ma'am, but instead trying to flirt with me. Strangers smiled at me more, they were nicer, they were kinder, but as much as I and all the people around me were astonished by my transformation, nothing compared to the shock my old friend from the reunion had when we bumped into each other at a birthday party. You know, I'm talking about the one who had mistaken me for my mom while I was standing next to my sister. Rachel, your skin, wow, you had some work done, didn't you? Not only did she not believe it was me, but she actually thought I was my twin sister after having work done. For days she called me, begging to find out what my secret was. But those were just my results. As amazing as they were, we still needed more proof. So we started reaching out to women who had posted in online skincare forums about the struggles they had with sagging skin and drooping jowls, seeking volunteers to test our breakthrough skincare solution. And the response was overwhelming. Women from all over and all ages were eager to try our innovative solution. And the results were nothing short of incredible when they did. One woman named Sarah shared,
"I was desperate. My droopy jowls and saggy skin were undermining my confidence. I was embarrassed to go out in public and my self-esteem was at an all-time low. But after just a few weeks of using this innovative solution, I could finally see the change. I cannot thank you enough."
A woman named Tracy shared,
"I've tried everything under the sun, everything from various lotions to all kinds of different facials, even considered surgery. Ouch. I changed diet. I drink more water, and it seemed like nothing was working for me. Now my skin is firm and youthful and smooth and radiant, and I am so in love with how I look."
And finally, a woman named Jackie shared,
"Hi. I never thought I'd be singing the praises of a skincare solution, but here I am. After trying everything from face yoga to expensive spa treatments, yes, I did the spa treatments, I finally found relief with this incredible formula. My skin looks better than ever. I've never felt happier. Plus my face feels like I just stepped out of a luxury spa, not like it's worn out and tired."
We were thrilled to hear these results. And since then, thousands of women have used our unique solution to get the results too. Just take a look. Oh, and if you're wondering, this serum is natural, affordable, and it works for everyone. And it's backed by rigorous scientific evidence because Dr. Tom spent months researching the compounds in this serum to understand exactly why they're so powerful. So really, just imagine it. In just a matter of weeks, you could already be younger looking. This youth restoring lift serum could be helping you to achieve a firmer, more radiant complexion that makes heads turn. And even better, you won't just look good, you'll feel good too, knowing that the compounds in this special serum are nourishing and protecting your skin day after day. So how do you get your hands on this serum so you can try it for yourself? Well, here's the crazy thing. At first, the only women who had access to this lifting serum were the women who had visited Dr. Tom's clinic. And they were having amazing results. Yet they were the only people who knew about it besides me and the women in our test group. We didn't advertise and we never mentioned it to the media. So millions of women were missing out on his incredible skincare secret. But I had seen how effective it is. My skin had transformed so much, and I knew I had to get the serum into as many ladies' hands as possible. I asked him if he would agree to start getting the word out. He told me he'd never thought of offering the serum outside of the clinic, but he'd do it if I would help, which was an offer that I gladly accepted. And so now you can get your hands on this youth restoring lift serum at a price anyone can afford. So if you'll let me, I'd like to tell you about it. ReFirmance, the ultimate solution for those struggling with saggy skin and drooping jowls. This youth restoring lift serum was designed to quickly and easily rejuvenate and firm even the most stubborn sagging skin. As soon as you start using it, you'll begin to feel the transformation. And in just a matter of days, you'll start to see a subtle but clear difference in the appearance of your skin. You'll notice that the sagging and drooping caused by aging will start to lift and tighten as your skin becomes more youthful and radiant. The fine lines and wrinkles that once plagued you will now become smoother and less noticeable. You'll be able to feel your skin becoming firmer and more elastic. And the overall texture and tone of your skin will improve, leaving behind a smooth and glowing surface. You'll go from feeling self-conscious and unhappy with your appearance to regaining your confidence, self-esteem, and youthful glow. And when you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, you'll see your reflection smiling back at you, making you think, I can't believe how amazing I look now. At social gatherings, your friends and family will shower you with compliments, admiring your revitalized appearance. You'll be amazed by how quickly things change for you. People notice you again. Men hold doors for you, and your boss wants to listen to your opinion. Everything will change, and you will finally be able to fully embrace who you are, knowing that you're living your life to the fullest while looking your absolute best. Simply apply a small amount to the affected areas once in the morning and once in the evening. That's all it takes to restore your skin's natural firmness and elasticity. We use only the purest ingredients. And every ingredient is tested and certified for purity by third-party labs to ensure the highest quality. This means this youth restoring lift serum doesn't contain toxins like poisons or harmful metals. And it's made with love and attention to detail in a state-of-the-art facility that follows all the rules set by the FDA and adheres to the good manufacturing processes. This powerful blend is also proudly made in the USA. Honestly, it's no wonder that since we released it to the public, it's been hard to keep in stock. In only 4 months, we've sold well over 117,400 bottles, and that number is climbing every day. Women all over the USA struggling with sagging skin and jowls finally have an all-natural solution that works. And they're telling their friends and family too. But with such high demand, it's only a matter of time before we run out. And since the compounds inside this youth restoring lift serum are all pharmaceutical grade and come from across the world, restocking will take a long time. That's why it's crucial that you place your order for as much of this youth-enhancing formula as possible right now. The last thing we want is for you to interrupt your treatment before your skin has been fully rejuvenated. In fact, from what we've seen and what our customers tell us, the best results are seen when someone uses this youth-restoring lift serum for at least 180 days. That not only restores your skin's firmness and elasticity, but also gives you the best chance to maintain your youthful appearance for years to come. Don't let saggy skin and jowls win. Make sure you secure your supply today and say goodbye to the discomfort and embarrassment of aging skin. Dr. Tom and I have gone to great lengths to ensure that this solution for sagging skin is affordable for everyone who needs it, and handpicked the best ingredients, negotiating production and keeping costs low. I'm proud to offer you this game-changing serum at the lowest possible price. You'll never have to spend your hard-earned money on ineffective creams and dangerous procedures again. And you can say goodbye to invasive treatments that Big Pharma pushes on you. This Youth Restoring Lift Serum is only available on this website and only while supplies last. We never want to go big with this solution and produce it on an industrial scale because we know that would simply lower the quality. We will only make as much as we can keep an eye on. So, if you see it for sale anywhere other than this website, know that you are not getting the real deal. We will never sell on Amazon, eBay, or Etsy because we will simply never be able to ensure the proper quality control if we go that big. This one-of-a-kind formula can rejuvenate your skin now and for years to come. You can say goodbye to the expensive, side effect-filled alternatives that provide only minor relief, if any at all. Instead, you can enjoy real and lasting improvement in your skin's firmness and elasticity. Think of how great it will be to feel like your younger self once again. When you invest in this powerful blend today, you'll pay less than you would for a visit to the dermatologist, painful procedures, or prescription creams. Yet, unlike any of those approaches, our creation is what I believe to be the only real chance of rejuvenating saggy skin and jowls once and for all. Plus, when you consider the fact that there's only one facility in the world that meets our quality control expectation that each bottle contains the purest and most potent form of these compounds on the planet, today's special low price is a bargain, if you ask me. Because this is not about making money. This is about restoring youthful, firm skin, not only for myself, but for women like you who are tormented by sagging skin and jowls. That's why I have negotiated hard to bring you this Youth Restoring Lift Serum for as little as $1.50 a day. That's right. For our most discounted package, you will spend less than $2 a day to say goodbye to saggy skin and jowls for good. But this special discounted price is only available today on this website and only while supplies last. It's the biggest discount we've ever offered, and we're only doing it because we know what a difference this will make in your life. For 6 bottles of this youth-enhancing formula, you will invest only $49 per bottle. And this is the right quantity to finally rejuvenate your skin and prevent it from sagging again for a couple of weeks or months. And if you choose your package right now, you will risk absolutely nothing. Because we want you to be certain that this Youth Restoring Lift Serum is right for you, we offer a 60-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. That means you have a full 60 days to test drive our product for yourself. I know you'll be thrilled with the results, but if for any reason you're not 100% satisfied with your order, simply contact our friendly support staff, send back all the bottles, even if they're empty, and they'll issue a refund. You know what? If you buy our 6-bottle package and your skin looks decades younger in less time than you expect it to, feel free to send us back the bottles you haven't used and you'll get your money back for every single one of them. Even though if I were you, I would save them for friends or family. That is how confident we are that this Youth Restoring Lift Serum can do wonders. To put it bluntly, if for any reason you're not thrilled with our solution, you pay nothing. If your skin looks younger and firmer faster, and you still have some unused bottles left, we will give you back the money for them. That's just how we believe business should be done. Either you love our product or you don't pay a dime. What could be simpler than that? And since you're covered by our 60-day, no-hassle money-back guarantee, why not take advantage of our 6-month, highly discounted package of this Youth Restoring Lift Serum? It is truly the most intelligent choice. You're protected either way. If you love our product, you'll secure our lowest rate of just $49 per bottle, saving more than anyone else. And if for some reason it doesn't work for you, simply request a refund and lose nothing. Regardless of the outcome, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Oh, and additionally, when you select the optimal amounts, I'll include 2 bonus booklets worth $109, absolutely free. Why am I doing that? Because proper skincare is essential for maintaining a youthful and radiant appearance. If you've been struggling to find the right product, we're here to help. So with your purchase of a 3 or 6 month supply today, you'll also receive a free copy of 2 amazing guides worth $112 each. The first one is called Cellulite Free Body, the expert's guide to unblemished skin. This amazing guide offers some remarkable advice, such as the odd but efficient black shower routine that removes cellulite from the bum and thighs fast, while also getting rid of stretch marks. The only 3 hacks that can actually make varicose veins fade away and prevent new ones from appearing, according to the top experts. Plus, the lazy girl's best 7 tips for toned legs and firm glutes without even having to get up. Plus the popular exercises that you should avoid at all costs. And as I mentioned, you get it all free when you grab a 3 or 6 month supply of our skincare solution. Plus, you'll also receive a free copy of the Age Spot Solution, Simple Techniques for a Flawless Complexion, which covers things like weird cotton ball and buttermilk trick for fading skin spots in record time, or how you can mix a tablespoon of a certain kitchen spice with your favorite beverage to turn it into a brightening potion for even the most lifeless skin. Plus, the worst thing you can do if you want to avoid more age spots. Most women think that this is healthy for their skin. And why you should avoid one common ingredient at all costs if you don't want your skin to look dull and lifeless. Both guides are yours free when you buy the 3 or 6 pack on sale. And you'll get access to them immediately. Plus, when you order the discounted 3 or 6 month package, you'll also get free shipping, which is an additional savings of $9.95. But both the special multi-bottle discount and the free shipping are limited. When we run out of stock, it could take us months to make a new batch. So choose the 6-bottle package or any other package below this video right now to secure your order. This is truly one of the smartest and most important investments you'll ever make to regain your youthful skin. To claim your discount, simply click the button below now to order the 6-month supply, or whichever amount makes the most sense to you. No matter which size order you place, you're 100% protected by our 60-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Ultimately, though, it's up to you to make a decision. You're the only one who can take that first step in the direction of a more confident and beautiful you. With this opportunity, you have the chance to experience revitalized, youthful, and glowing skin. Don't let it pass you by. All you have to do is choose your package from below right now, and I'll see you on the other side to help you continue your journey. Regardless of your choice, I want to thank you personally for taking the time to watch this presentation. I wish you all the health and happiness in the world. Still there? Look, I know I just covered a lot, so let me go ahead and answer some of the most common questions I get. How does your product work again? Well, our product has been meticulously formulated to address the primary concerns of aging skin, such as sagging skin and drooping jowls. Specifically, this youth-restoring lift serum does 2 major things. First, it helps support collagen production and integrity, which is vital because when collagen breaks down, little fragments get stuck to an enzyme called HAS2. HAS2's job is to tell your skin to absorb hyaluronic acid. But when collagen fragments bind to it, it jams up the signal, which means hyaluronic acid stays pooled up in your skin instead, leading to drooping and sagging. And then second, this serum helps to support the process of hyaluronic acid synthesis. That's just a fancy way of saying that this serum helps your skin to absorb the hyaluronic acid that's already pooled up in your skin, which is important because your skin can't flush out HA on its own. Who should use this product? Our product is designed for anyone who's looking to address common signs of aging, such as sagging skin, droopy jowls, and wrinkles. It's a fantastic solution for people who want to rejuvenate and revitalize their complexion, giving it a firmer, more youthful appearance. Whether you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, or beyond, our product can help tackle aging concerns and restore your skin's natural beauty. It's suitable for both men and women, and since it's formulated with a blend of gentle yet effective natural ingredients, it's compatible for most skin types, including sensitive skin. So this is the product for you if you're someone who wants to boost your skin's firmness, elasticity, and overall skin health, while also enjoying the benefits of deep hydration, nourishment, and soothing care. Should I use this with hyaluronic acid? We recommend you only use ReFirmance since it contains all the moisturizing ingredients you need to keep your skin supple and hydrated. All you have to do is put a nickel-sized amount of the serum on your hand and apply it on your neck, jawline, and face, once in the morning and once before bed. It works best if you use small, gentle circular motions. However, since ReFirmance also helps support healthy collagen growth, which helps ensure your HAS2 enzyme functions properly, if you want to use hyaluronic acid as well, you're welcome to. What happens after I click the button below? Once you choose your package below, you'll get our 100% secure checkout page. Then just enter your payment information and place your order. And don't worry, there's no automatic billing or anything like that. After that, you'll receive your order in the next 5 to 7 business days in a discreet package, which means you're less than a week away from experiencing tighter, firmer, and more youthful looking skin. What if it doesn't work for me? Well, that's easy. Remember, your order comes with a 100% money-back guarantee. That means you have a full 60 days to decide if it's right for you. If you're like the thousands of other women who have used our Youth Restoring Lift Serum already, then you will be thrilled with the results. But if for any reason you're not, simply call or email our customer service team and we'll refund your investment. How long will this offer be available? Well, that's a tough one. Our goal is to make a huge impact by significantly improving skin health and appearance for people around the country. But because of potential supply chain issues, it's uncertain how much longer this formula will be available. That's why it's important to get your supply today, especially since it comes with a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, which means there's zero risk to you. It's also why you really should stock up. All right, I want to try it. Now what? That's the easy part. Just click one of the buttons below and choose your package. Remember, you can get started and save over 70% by choosing our most popular 6-bottle package. Just fill out your details on the next page to complete your order, and your supply will be in your hands within the next 5 to 7 business days. Plus, there's no risk because of my ironclad 60-day guarantee. This presentation is now ending, and I want to thank you for sticking with me all the way to the end. Go ahead and order your package now. Use it as directed for at least 30 days, then reach out to me and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.